And West Nile MPs express concern over clashes between science and art teachers. This and more in the Nilecast News Bulletin. It's the 23rd of August 2024. You're most welcome to the Nilecast.
A team of 24 young people from Nebi district have moved to Zombo district for skill training under presidential initiative for skilling the young people to minimize unemployment among the population. Some of the first-time beneficiaries for this project from Nebi district are hopeful of achieving their desired targets in the 6 months training period, while flagging of the youths on 22nd August this year at Nebi district headquarters. Mr. Robert Abak, RDC Nebi, says this opportunity came timely to help young generations with skills training to become job creators.
Today we are happy because we have flagged off the 24 youths who are going to join their colleagues from other districts of West Nile. They are going to Zeo, that skilling hub is under presidential initiative. And you are aware, His Excellency the President came up with a very wise idea of skilling the youths. And we have been doing that. Normally we flag them off, we give them guidance, we talk to them, we encourage them, and we normally keep visiting them whenever they are there. I always do this together with the district team. That includes the chairman, COW, the CDO, and even the DHO.
Mr. Bak asked the youths to focus towards their goals.
So today is really a very big day for us because most of the youths are there at home, as one time alluded to by the leaders here that we wanted the number to be increased, which I know His Excellency the President is looking into this. I believe, funds permitting, in future we shall be enrolling more than 24. We shall maybe go to 30 or beyond. I'm hopeful because His Excellency the President is focused and he wants our children really skilled.
Some of the beneficiaries shared their expectations and said they will focus on welding and tailoring, among others.
I'm expecting to make this opportunity to go higher. So I must make something.
Going there to study welding and tailoring. I expect this opportunity to be and then to help other people. Thank you.
In the meantime, Honorable Emmanuel Orombi, LC5 Nebi District, warned the youth against social issues which may disqualify them from the training.
They get torn apart with the social issues like sexual relationship and the rest. Let them first focus on one thing. But also I've been telling them, when you are trained, don't go back and be dependent. Start something. You may be trained in tailoring and you may not have the machine. But at the moment you can hire, but also you have alternative of working for people. I was very happy. Last time I went to watch football of Black Angel in Paida. 2 of them came, ran to me. They were appearing dirty. They were doing welding. And they said, Chairman, we come from Nebi, we are among the people you sent in the 3rd cohorts, and we are here doing welding, and also some of some of those metallics that you brought for us, you didn't know it was us who welded your your fittings in your home. I was very happy with them, seeing them, and they told me their stories, how they are living and hustling, and I said, this is wonderful.
Honorable Orombi is optimistic that after the training, the youths will become self-reliant when they put the knowledge into use.
Because now, even in this situation, women want men who can give them something, but also men wants women who can contribute to their families. So at their young age, where many of them here I've seen, none of them is yet married, meaning they've already fixed and secured their future. I thank His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I thank God for their opportunity, and I would love to congratulate all of them.
The 24 youths were selected from each sub-county and town council in Nebi district. This is the 6th cohort intake of the Presidential Skilling Initiative for West Nile region located in Zeu sub-county, Zombo district. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Moving on in our stories this evening, VNG International has encouraged other partners, mostly non-governmental organizations, to collaborate towards working to develop Arua City in terms of infrastructure development and improving the standards of living of urban refugees and their host communities. Rako Benson Pastore reports more.
VNG International has encouraged other partners, mostly non-governmental organizations, to collaborate towards working to develop Arua City in terms of infrastructural development and improving the standard of living of both the urban refugees and host communities by providing them with the necessary support, since Arua City hosts the biggest number of urban refugees with a total number of over 24 urban refugees. Dorothy Apio, representative of VNG International, said they are supporting local government in service delivery to develop Arua City and improving the standards of both the refugees and locals.
What we are doing is we are supporting the local governments to be responsive in terms of service delivery. Our focus in the West Nile region is refugee and migration management or displacement. So with that context of the West Nile, there is need to build capacity, there is need to facilitate engagements with partners to support the local government to be able to provide effective and equitable services. The use of experts or retired civil servants and politicians, we call them topical champions. They are retired cows, chief administrative officers. Some of them are retired sub-county chiefs. Some of them are retired planners. They're in all fields. And so these people come on with experience that they can share with the current leaders in terms of managing urban refugees as well as service delivery.
Moses Akuma Odims, Executive Director Wenda, urges Arua City to also amplify sports, since it spreads money both in the pockets of the individuals and the city in terms of revenue.
The city is a member to Wenda, and so we would like to appeal to partners to continue this relationship and continue offering support to address some of the non-fundable aspects of the budget of the city, and this way the city will develop. The city should be able to amplify the sports potential that the city has, because the city benefits economically from revenue it generates from those who are participating in sports tourism. You saw, for example, how the Fufa drum excited people, how people are spending money, the bars were getting money, hotels were getting money, and all this end up in the city through revenue collection. And those food vendors also get money. So economically, sports spreads money, both in the pocket of the individual young player or the youth who are playing, to the city itself.
Jack Bless, a representative of Strategic Initiative for Women in the Horn of Africa Arua City Network, urges partners to have continuous collaboration for them to register success.
Among the partners, number one is, like they said earlier, is continuous collaboration, because as a partner you cannot work as an individual. It doesn't carry weight. If many partners come together, it gives you more weight, and it also gives a definition or weight to that issue that we are fronting forward. So for us, very key is joint collaboration as partners.
Meanwhile, Oleru Christine, a representative of SEPAD, similarly urges city leaders to share their developmental plans with the partners so that they can look for resources to support the city.
Arua City has been recognized as one of the cities hosting the greatest number of refugees in the country. I want to believe that the partners are going to channel there resources to the refugees. And one other way we can actually support the city development in form of infrastructure is that, one, by city sharing their plans with us, so that we can also look for resources to support the efforts of the city. If they don't share with us, we will not know how to put our resource mobilization strategy.
VNG International operates in 9 districts of Uganda, but in 4 districts of West Nile region, that's Arua City, Teregu, Koboko, and lastly Yumbe, supporting local government in helping mostly displaced people. Oraku Benson Pastore, Christine Okumuringa, West Nile Television Nilecast.
And more in our stories, a section of members of parliament from the West Nile region have expressed concern over the ongoing clashes between science and art teachers in the region. Alfred Jawok reports.
A section of members of parliament from West Nile region have expressed concern over the ongoing clashes between science and arts teachers in various schools in the region. According to the leaders, tensions have been rising between these two groups over salary enhancements. These alarms were raised during a visit by the Parliamentary Education Committee to the West Nile region for oversight supervision. Honorable Agnes Ashibu, woman member of Parliament Nebi District, noted that the conflict has demotivated arts teachers, leading to challenges in the administration of school activities.
You know, science teachers are being paid highly as compared to the arts teachers. That thing, naturally speaking, has created a lot of division among science teachers and arts teachers, and it befits everybody understanding. As members of the Committee of Education, we had not endorsed that proposal that teachers should be paid differently, but it has taken off. And one consoling answer that has ever been given by Minister of Public Service is that they have started in stages, and therefore they would also come to the arts teachers. But all in all, it has left a very negative impact on education system in the many secondary schools all over the country.
However, Patrick Omony, a science teacher at Mambasit Secondary School, revealed that the government should expedite the process of enhancing arts teachers' salary, since this has become an issue of concern among the teachers.
Money is nothing. I think you bear me witness. I don't know what a member of parliament gets, but still that money you are being paid is not enough. Personally, I get 2.8 net, but that money cannot do anything. Now look at a colleague of ours who maybe if a diploma person is getting around 600 something with loan, that money is nothing completely. So let us really, through you, advocate for this so that the government can increase the salary for these people. We recognize the importance of science as the government is implementing, but for coexistence, we feel that possibly let them also have that.
Honorable Etuka Isaac, Member of Parliament, Madi Upper Constituency, equally acknowledged the issues, stating that these challenges are particularly prevalent in secondary schools. He urged Parliament to take decisive action to address the matter.
I am heartily sorry and greatly disappointed due to the discriminatory salary enhancement. In fact, as members of Education Committee from the 10th Parliament, we totally rejected as a committee and even as the Parliament the discriminatory salary enhancement, because when you look at the 8 parameters, some of which are considered for allocating salaries, one of it is the period of study, the cost of study, and what have you. But now you find out that these are the people who have undergone the same length of studies, they have the same cost, and they even go to the same markets, they sit in the same staff room, and everything is uniform. So we as members of Parliament totally rejected, but the executive went ahead to start implementing it, in fact, against the views of members of Parliament. It's not only the Education Committee, but the whole Parliament rejected that, and even the teacher policy was equally rejected by members of Parliament on argument that if now currently teachers are poorly paid when they have certificates and the diplomas and even those degrees. Personally, I left the primary school class when I had already got my master's in education. But of course, I was still getting the same salary of grade 3.
In Pakwach district, the team visited Pakwach Girls Primary School, Pakwach Senior Secondary School, and Alois Senior Secondary School. Their oversight visit will continue in other parts of West Nile, including Madokolo, Arua, respectively. These highlights the importance of science teachers fostering cooperation and cohesion with their arts counterparts. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Moving on in our stories this evening, a total of 25 government health workers in the West Nile region have benefited from a 2-day training in information, communication and technology record keeping to improve on patients' data and record keeping. Take a look.
More than 20 government health workers comprising of record assistants, nursing officers, among others from West Nile sub-region have benefited from a 2-day training in information, communication and technology to help improve on patients' data record keeping. The training took place on the 21st and 22nd of August 2024 at Moon University, where the group was trained on the electronic medical record system with the aim to improve on its usage and adoption in all the government facilities across the entire country before it's being rolled out. Kisemba Rita, an information and technology officer from Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, the organizers of the training says it aims at equipping the medical workers in government health facilities on the electronic record management system before the system is being rolled out for implementation.
I would also like to thank the Permanent Secretary and the government at large for enabling such trainings to take place. This training, it was aimed at equipping health workers in government with the ICT skills that will enable them conduct their work as Ministry of Health rolls out the EMR systems in government. This is aimed at ensuring that efficiency is achieved as they take on their work.
Bosco Alionzi, a senior medical officer with the Rural Regional Referral Hospital, says the system works well at a time where the patient visits and up to the time the patient leaves the facility.
The system provides for this patient to start from registration up to the time he picks his drugs from the dispensary, and then if there are any other conditions, maybe that brings the patient later, or to come for either as a revisit or a new condition is bringing the patient. The information that the most basic information will have been captured. Then the patient will move through the system as has been prescribed, and the patient is in position to be attended to.
Eotari Peace Oliver, the in charge of Bondo Health Center 4, who attended the training, appreciates the ministry for organizing the training, as she appeals for the same to be extended to those at the private health facilities.
This EMR has come timely. I think as the country is planning to take us to the electronic levels, as you can know, in all departments. So for this training that we've had, we really appreciate it so much in our in preparation of the staff, since it is for the health workers, the government health workers. However, we would pledge or request that the government thinks of training more staff and include those who are in the private sector as well, as we work in synergism, there's a term we use, together to provide service to the community.
Robert Kajobe, a research professor at Moon University, rallied those who got the training to put the skills into practice.
I hope you are going to apply the training. There is one thing training, there is another thing going to practice what you have been taught here.
The training of the government health workers on the electronic management record system comes as a strategy to enhancing service delivery through digitizing the services in all the government health facilities across the country. Farish Majid, Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
That viewer marks the end of the Nilecast on Yon West Nile Television. Thank you always for being with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast.